Okay, good morning everyone. Welcome to Two Young Men See Tutorials. This will be the second part of my tutorial. And now, we have actually, learned about this, aquarium method that I've taught you. Now, this is the laboratory method. Now, this is the laboratory, and then, there's the aquarium. There is the, what do I call? There's these, commands. And there is the return right here. Now, I have actually explained you how this works, receive, and, I'll teach you, like, this whole thing later, right? This receive and return. You might have a little, confusion about these two, negative, receive and return and receives commands. Now this is part of the, computers, work, because, we do not have to see this, actually, because, it all includes right on here. So receive if, return statement is 0, then we get the colon right here, then abort, or actually exit, I'll say. Now, this is going to be the actual laboratory method, actually. Now, what I'm going to explain you is that, we've actually, made a return right here. It returns and it receives. Now, basically, if you return, it's going to return you what we return as 0. Now, it's going to go to the laboratory. Now, it's not going to go here, so it's going to receive first on the aquarium right here. So, basically, if we just go on to the tree method, what's first and what's next, we have to actually make as the tree as the same level as the aquarium, because if this is the aquarium and also the aquarium also receives, the return method, so it's coming right here. Now let's see receive. If the return statement is 0, well, we got a 0, then it's going to be an abort or an exit. Well, that makes sense, because, what we've learned about this is 0 is null, so, if it doesn't return a value, then what else? It's just going to abort as a default. However, you have to, not be confused with this. If you just do return 1, it's still going to, abort, because you don't have anything. Return is actually a very common thing to actually do. It's very important, so do not forget to actually put return 0 or any other thing right here, or else you would be a bad habited programmer. Now we are going to look at, on today's tutorial, we're going to look at a little bit more on printfs. Now let's say that you say okay, I want to have an enter right on hello world. So, okay, you say, okay, hello world, we are, well, the two young men. We're gonna say right here. Now we need an enter right here. Now what should we do? Now I'm just going to actually teach you that. We are two young men. Alright, let's do this. Build. Now it's building. Okay. No terminals on. We're just going to actually check in for existing path. Executing. 0 minutes and 8 seconds. Now we got a terminal. Now if we see the terminal, we see that it just got a little bit squished right here. Hello world, we are the two young men. Now this can be a run-on sentence, actually. We need a periods, we need the answers. This needs to actually be a second paragraph, or else it's going to be all mushed up. So we need to put a command called \n. Now, does anyone know the / command? No, anyone? No. Okay. Now the / usually confronts to the spacings to actually confronts to with the texts, not actually based on commands. Well, you'll get to on the point later. Now, \n does the \enter. Okay, it's just the abbreviation of enter. Just made the abbreviation of n, which is unusual. Now, enter is actually the abbreviation of n. Now you could do many other things. Only if you just put a / and just put any alphabet like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then you're just going to actually mix it up. Now I know that \t is a tab, so it's gonna have 4 spacings. But however, I'm not sure that on code blocks and on Mac it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. We have a tab right here. Yeah. It works now. Hello world, tab. We are the two young men. Now, that works. Now, let's do the enter for our first one. Now we have this enter. Hello world, we are the two young men. Now, you could put period, and also, don't get confused. You can put anywhere you like, because the commands are the same. Hello world, okay, no enter, no anything. Oh, there's the enter, and then we're just going to go another one. Now, that doesn't matter. It is the same result. Now, we're just going to quit terminal right here. And we're going to, okay, we're done doing this printf stuff. And, no, I don't have to do and. We're done right here. We're done the printf. Now, give yourself a pat on the back. And, yeah, pat on the back for me. Yeah, good job. And then we're going to learn more about integers. Or else, maybe variables, I would say. Variables. Now, what is variables? Oh, I don't know. Well, you should know, okay. How many of you are in at least grade, I think 4 or 5. I think maybe 5, or how many of you are at least grade 5? I'm grade 7 right now. Yep, I'm grade 7 right now. And how many of you are grade 5? Okay, I cannot see you raising your hands. However, if you are grade at least 5 and you've at least learned variables at your math class, you should know variables, or else you forgot it. Now, variables are, what should I call? Now, variables are unknown numbers, that, confronts to the calculation of unknown numbers. So it confronts to the calculation of unknown numbers. So what I say is that let's get variable of a. Okay, a plus 1. Okay, equals b plus 4. Okay. This is a variable. Okay, this is a variable. This is an unknown number that confronts the calculations of infinite ways of numbering. I say infinite numbers of calculating, infinite ways of calculating. The variable makes the way. Now, however, don't get confused with the variables. It goes to infinite ways of calculating. However, if you go to grade 6 or 7, if you're grade 6 or 7, you're going to confront to a method of functions. Now that's another one. However, it's gonna be now this are equations. These are equations. Now there are infinite ways. You're just going to have like, I don't know, minus 21 or minus 103. Now let's actually factorize and simplify this whole thing, even though it's not math class. So what we're going to do, we're just going to leave a b right here. So b plus 4. We're going to make it as wait. We're going to just do minus 4 right here, and we're going to add. Wait. Now what should I do? We gotta subtract it both, and then wait. We're not gonna just do here. We're just gonna do here. We're just gonna do minus 4 right here, and then we're just gonna just do this, and what we get, a minus 3 equals a b. Now we have this. Now you could a would now b have the liberty to put any other number. Now let's see, A is maybe I don't know, 9999. Alright, it's just for a joke. Now 999 minus 3 equals B. Now B would equal to what? 999. Oh wait, 998 of 4. No, wait. Sorry guys. This is morning time. Okay, what time is okay, 6999996, right? 9996. So 996. 9,99996. Now that's called variables, okay? Now I've told you equations now. Now that's called variables. However, in computer programming, we do variables are clearly they're both the same. However, they're both equivalent to the meaning. However, in computer programming, they mean a different way. Now, variables are infinite numbers, I have told, okay? And they're just infinite numbers. They're not just things, okay? However, in code blocks, no, however, in C programming, it's going to be a little different. We're going to have a variable as spacings. No. That's a word. That's a terrible word. What do I call it? Okay, stop talking. Oh, okay. Box. A box. A variable equals to a box, kind of. So a place where you can store something. Okay, so kind of like a maybe a warehouse if it's a large space. You get the point, okay? You can, well, stuff something in. You can stuff toys, you can stuff computers, you can stuff crackers, or you can stuff anything. Pottery, you can stuff pottery, kind of that. Now, what do I mean by that? Now, variables, they have many other variables. They're not just numbers, they can be text. They can be, decimal points. They can be fractions. They can be the other aquarium, which we talked about, the laboratory method or the aquarium method. The other aquarium. So we could say void test right here, and then we're just going to actually have that. Now we're going to learn about that later. However, this is called a variable. This is a variable, void, and also the int into the variable. So that's variables are very fun things, fun stuff to learn. You can just crack around with variables, and also is the most important thing, most important parts in C programming. If you don't know variables, and if you skip variables, you're going to have a hard time doing C programming, because everything includes variables. Now, stay focused, open your notes that I've actually given you, that you actually prepared yourself, and let's go in. Now, there are many other variables. I'm going to type it out. Integer, character, now the float, the double, the boolean, And well, we have the function variable. We're going to talk about that later. Now, these are every variable that I'm going to talk about. This is everything. Now, integers. You guys know integers, okay? Okay, whole numbers, okay? They basically whole numbers. From 0 to any other number. I'm not sure about the negatives. Maybe the negatives, I don't know. But the whole numbers. Character. You guys know characters, not right? Not animation characters. Like no Mr. Fibbity or like that. Not Pocahontas. It's just text. Characters, text, A, B, C, D. They're called also characters, not text. They're not alphabets. They're called characters, basically on the normal world. Okay. Text, floats, decimal points. Okay, they are called decimal points. Double are also called decimal points. Now, you're gonna get confused. Why both decimal points? You're gonna learn about it later. Boolean. You guys know the vocabulary of Boolean? No? Okay, we will tell you. True or false it is. Basically, it has a more difficult or more difficult meaning to Boolean. It's a vocabulary word. If you're confused, look at the dictionary. However, Boolean means that you can just brag to your friends. Okay, hey, what's the words of Boolean? Okay, what the heck? There's no Boolean in this word. No, it is. You look at the dictionary, and if you just keep bragging like that, you're just get like slapped by the face. Anyway, function variables. They are called the aquariums, okay? Now don't get around with me, okay? They're called aquariums. You have the laboratory, right? I have the laboratory. Spacing, okay? The room. Now I have some desks. Aquariums, right? Some labs, okay? That does functions, okay? That does this commands every single time. On every other aquarium, there's this this aquarium we put I don't know, fish dissecting. Another aquarium, we do some kind of nuclear explosion or nuclear fusion tests, or maybe other things. That's called function variables. We put more aquariums. Okay? Now, we're on a flow and double. Now, I always say, we have decimal points, however, this is less exact. So what do I mean by that? Less exact, the flow is less exact, and double is more exact. Now, what I mean by that? Now, in decimal points, if it's more exact, more, close to the real world, or more close to the real physical number, we would say that it needs more decimal points, right? More decimal points, more smaller numbers, equals more detail, more detail, yeah, more detail numbers. The float, I think it has 0.000 until like this, okay? So maybe the 10,000th point. Now double is it's kind of this, okay? It has 3 more decimal points. This has I don't know. This has a difference, okay? This has a difference. This is like the double is like real. This is real small, okay? 2 zeros matters on calculating other numbers, okay? Okay, more variables, okay, more supercomputers can actually do until the, maybe the, I think the billionth. Until the billion. This is not billionth, but I think so. So, we're going to have these decimal points. Now, for me, I recommend to do a double right here. Because double takes a long time calculating, however, but what do I call 1 millisecond? No, 0.1 millisecond longer. Okay, so that doesn't make any difference, right? So I recommend you to have a double right here, not a float. Now, double calculates more fluently, more exact. So if you're using like kind of like a physics simulation, you gotta do a double. Whatever it takes, you gotta do a double. If you're using for laboratory methods. Now on floats, however, floats is used for gaming. It is pretty exact. However, it is not that pretty exact in order to do a physics simulation. It doesn't have any lags, okay? While on gaming, it's just point 1 milliseconds. No, you got just dump that old thinking, right? On games, it's very heavy, right? Gamers, you see StarCraft is a lot heavier than just chess game. You gotta have lags. 0.01 milliseconds matters on gaming. Matters on heavy gaming. Okay? It differs to 10 frames per second and more 10 frames per second. 10 frames per second is 0.1 millisecond. So you know that, right? So now you get the point, okay? 30 frames per second is what you call 30. Now, okay, let's see an animation, okay? You draw every single animation on each paper, and you just like skip this page at a rapid speed. Now you get this animation going, okay? Now that matters, okay? Now the machine, now if there's a paper with animations, the machine, now 30 frames per second can mean that the machine skips 30 pages of animation per second. Okay, 30 animation per second. So that means a fast animation. 120 frames per second, 120 pages per second. It just flips 120 pages per second. More pages, more faster the animation. However, the slower the animation of the paper gets, the more paper, and the more faster, the more better quality the animation is. But float matters, okay? Float is pretty exact on gaming, and also, but double consumes about maybe 10 or 9 frames per second of resolution. So I recommend you to do float on gaming, double on calculations. Now, let's do a breakdown. This is not the real one. Int, now we get the blue variable one. Int. Int is called integer. Character is called the oh, wait. Oh, I misspelled it. Character is called a or a carrot, or a char, maybe. Boolean. Why we do a boolean? A bool. What do we call? Functions. Now we're going to break down a little bit. Function variables are actually called, well, void and why we have care. No, not care. Void int. What do we have now? Static int, static void, and well, maybe that's it. Yeah, static int, void int, static int, static void. That's it. So these are all most of the variables that I'm going to actually tell you. Write your notes. That's all we've got right here. We consumed a lot of time doing this. So, the next tutorial, we're going to actually make a program, okay? We're going to make this, like, cool little program. And more other commands that you're going to be interested. So, stay tuned, and remember to take these notes, okay? I recommend that. And, yeah. Thank you, and goodbye. See you later. Thanks for watching. This was 2 Young Men Brian C++ C language tutorial.